YouTubers, sorry I haven't made a blog in like as soon as I said. I'm really sorry about that. School's been piling up and British weather sucks and it's been running me down and making me tired, and I've also been doing extra time at the charity shop, so sorry about that. Alright, I better get cracking on because I've got 2 episodes of Skins to review now and I've only got 10 minutes to say them in, so brilliant. So Skins episode 3 was Thomas, and we finally got to meet him. He's very sweet, but he's not overly naive, which I quite liked, because it would just be stereotypical, like, oh, he's a foreigner, he will know nothing that will go on. But he had a little general idea, which there was a culture shock by how rude people are, because he comes from a village that where everyone knows him and everyone trusts him. So when he says hello to that child and the mum goes, oh, get away from him or whatever, that was nicely done by the writers. His involvement with Pandora was very sweet, very realistic, because he did take a shine to her, because she is quite innocent and open with her honesty, and mind you, I did think she was a bit stereotypical Pandora when in the Africa scene, when she was like floating about and being a complete idiot and getting it all wrong, and then when she came back in, because I actually guessed before she even came back in that, oh, Pandora's going to come back in a minute and they're going to be all lovey-dovey, and it happened, and she was gawping at him like, I thought, Pandora, shut your mouth. The relationship between them I really did like. It's nice to know that someone takes a shine to Pandora, endears her for all her qualities, and it's just so sad, the ending, because she was going to surf and turf. Never beats a bit of surf and turf. But what I don't get about the ending, yes, it was very good, dramatic effect, broke Pandora's heart, and then it led to a beautiful episode about Pandora, which I'll get to in a minute. It's just, why would Thomas's mum just come to England with the other 2, and she said, oh, I came early because it's no place for a boy to be on his own. Why does she then send him back to Africa on his own when, 1, they've probably moved to Britain for a better life than in Africa, and 2, he clearly can't be trusted on his own. Okay, it was a one-off because he's met these people, this is British culture and she's not used to it, but you would have sent him back to Africa if you think he was a troublemaker and could be safe on his own. So I really don't get that. I really don't. Confusing mother. The cave scene was also in this episode, which was very well known to viewers before that, because they was like advertised for extras. And I was like, I mean, my friend A was like, ooh, what's the rave in the cave scene going to be? It's going to be quite nifty. And it was a quite good atmosphere. And I loved how Cook introduced it. It's like, can't you hear it? It's underground. There's a surprising act of Cook and JJ in this episode, which broke my little heart, but what there was I quite liked. It's like, I'm not going to you a brothel again. You will, JJ, you'll follow Cook anywhere. That's why I love you. The only thing that winds me up about Thomas's episode is Johnny White, and I know gangsters and Skins have never been realistic or the big machos or really proper gangsters, they've just been pathetic, and with the chilly standoff scene, that was good that Thomas won because he could beat Johnny at his own game. It just shows what wimp Johnny is, and I just don't like the gangsters in Skins because they're purely there for comedic effect, and yes, it is quite funny, but after a while it just gets typical and boring. And because one of my favourite films is The Krays, which is about real life British gangsters that actually existed, but it's just that they were proper hard men, and just seeing these pathetic versions in Skins was like, no, I don't find you funny anymore, I just find you embarrassing. Now on to episode 4, Pandora's episode. And would you believe it, a character I'm not particularly fond of gives me my favourite episode of Skins of all time. Yes, I'm serious. It was just wonderful. The pyjama party was awesome. Putting drugs in the brownies, yeah, a bit predictable but amusing, and I like the fact that Katie and Effie are getting on even though Effie doesn't particularly like her. It just shows conflict. They often fight between queen bees because Effie is the queen bee and Katie wants to be the queen bee but also wants Effie to like her, so they got on. One of the main things I loved about this episode is the Emily and Naomi interaction and eventually the kiss. It was so lush, and I love the fact JJ saw it because it just affirmed what Cook said to her, which was obviously not true about sleepovers. This was just this was actually romantic to some degree. Okay, they were high and drunk, but Emily really does love Naomi, and we know Naomi has some feelings for her, otherwise she wouldn't do that. Also, where did they go after Katie saw them snogging in the bouncy castle? Because that's what the last you saw of all 3 of them in that episode, so there's a bit of a plot hole there. Where did they go? Cook and JJ on the roof was just the most hilarious thing ever, and it just makes me ship them even more. They are, in my head, they're doing it. They are somewhere. I don't care if JJ's virgin. They've done something. They've snogged at least, surely, when they got high or something. In the shed that we see next episode. JJ, when he got in the party and the big crowds and all the stupid footballers there, and he was in the corner locked on, it just broke my heart, because, like, my poor JJ. And it just made me a bit angry at Cook, because, like, you've left him, and look what the state he's in. But frankly, Freddie came to rescue him, and shows Freddie has some sort of purpose, because to me, all Freddie seems to do is pine for Effie and just get angry at Cook, because Cook slept with Effie. It's nice though he takes care of JJ as well, just in a more proper way. Cook takes care of it in the more, let's go out and have fun and you can still live your life. I think JJ's probably got Asperger's. I can almost guarantee it. I hope we get this cleared up in this episode. On LiveJournal, it was a big topical discussion, so we started a topic and saying what, not wrong, but is up with JJ, because he clearly has some sort of social inability. And I'm really glad that Skins is addressing something like that, because they're really good at addressing these sort of issues like eating disorders, sexuality and all that. So it's glad to be handled, because Asperger's isn't really presented much in the media, and it really should, because I know someone with Asperger's and I love it to bits, and it's just a bit helpful if other people knew what it was so they could understand it. Now on to Pandora, who's the main subject of this episode, and I'm kind of surprised how little she was in it, because when you come to think about it, she started the party and then she locked herself in the toilet, and you only got the odd cutscene to her of her crying out for Thomas and saying, "It's my birthday, I want to play Twister." So it was very good, because it was a very emotional performance from Pandora, and I thought she was absolutely fabulous. It's just strange for the writers, because normally when it's a character's Skins episode, they barely leave that character's like point of view or line of sight, really. They only do the odd cutscene to something else that's going on. I think that's right, I could be wrong, but it was a bit strange how it didn't focus completely corely on Pandora. Maybe it just shows how the people around her have more life than her, or manipulate her or something. I don't know. Also, the relationship between her and Effie was beautifully addressed, because you do think to yourself, why are they friends? Because they only got shut together at that posh pirate school in season 2, so it makes you wonder, why are they still friends? Because she doesn't have to put with her anymore. She's got all these other people around her. She's got Katie, she's got Emily, she's got Naomi and Cook and all that. Why is she still with Pandora? And it's nice to know that Pandora has got to know Effie instead of just following her around like a lapdog. And Effie truly needs to get to know her a lot more, because she is slightly dependent on her, really, because she does put up with her, but why? Because she needs that emotional support, because her family life's going to shit. That was quite funny actually when Jim found out about the affair. It's like, I'm not gay, and he just goes past him and kisses his wife. It was heartbreaking to see Effie's reaction to that, but it was also quite funny, and I loved how that was done to keep this typical Skins humour but also typical Skins drama to it. I have the scene with Cook and Pandora where they play Twister, and I thought that was beautiful. That melted my heart. The fact Cook didn't go, "Oh, alright, I'll show you how to have sex immediately." He said, no, how do you play Twister? And they played Twister, and it was so sweet. It was like they were 11, and that's all Pandora wanted to do for her birthday, and everyone else just ignored her wishes. But Cook, who seemingly doesn't care about anything, says, "No, I want to play Twister with her," and he seems to like care a little bit. Yes, he gets his leg over in the end, but it shows he does have a little bit of heart. And I love the fact he was also smoking, still smoking his spliff while I was doing it. Just typical Cook nature, so I'm going to have fun, but I'm not going to stop smoking a spliff. And I was like, "No, you're going to burn her leg in a minute, Cook, stop." And instead of saying, "Oh, right, can I shag you now?" he says, "Hey Pandora, I could teach you if you want it." So he gave her a choice, he didn't force her into it. And yeah, it was a bit wrong of Cook to take advantage of her, she was a bit vulnerable, but Pandora made her own choice, and I don't know, it's just one of them decisions. Cook was very nice to her. It's just unfortunate that the next day Thomas comes back and it's just heartbreaking. It really is. I had tears rolling down my cheek. Damn you Skins writers, they're too good. They've made, last season, in season 2, they made me cry 3 times. So that's it, I think. Again, sorry I didn't post in time, but I have half term off this week and I've got productiveness flowing through me. That was appalling English. I've written 6 stories this weekend. It's just like, whoa, I've got like literary diarrhea. That was a lovely image. I'm going to make more videos. I've got ideas. I need to talk about being human. I need to do a Repo the Genetic Opera blog because the Repo Road Tour is coming to UK, but they haven't announced the cities yet. So as soon as I know, I'll make a big video for all of you telling you what Repo is and why you should go see it and when and where you can go see it. I really want to do a video being geeky about YouTube because there are some people on YouTube who really should have some more subscribers. I hope you enjoyed this video and keep tuned over the week because there's probably going to be a lot more because I have the week off. Yeah! I'm just going to be around the house all the time sleeping. Yay! Favourite things to do in the world: sleeping, writing, watching TV. I'm in heaven. Okay, see you later. Bye.